Всем привет, дорогие друзья, с вами, как всегда, КнязяЦ, и сегодня я хотел записать видео, как я смотрю PlayStation Meeting. Это презентация, на которой должны показать PlayStation 4 Slim и, скорее всего, покажут PlayStation Neo. Также был слух от рокстаровцев, что будет также показан Red Dead Redemption 2, ковбойская сага такая, можно сказать. Есть такой слушок. Поменялась музыка. О, показывают трейлер. PlayStation. Ну.
Please
И...
welcome to the stage Andrew House.
Эндрю Хаус.
Good afternoon, everyone. 3.5 years ago, on a stage much like this, we presented our vision for the future of gaming and interactive entertainment. Our belief then, which continues to animate our efforts today, was how to make access to content and experiences vastly more simplified and streamlined. Our desire was and is to demonstrate the ways the living room would no longer be the center of the PlayStation ecosystem, the gamer would. Our success would rely not only on a package of next-generation technologies, but on reconceptualizing how the game consumer would want to play today, tomorrow, and in the future. PS4 was founded on the conviction of giving gamers the multi-dimensional and transformative play experiences they expect and deserve. Long-term partnerships with the best developers, a console with user experience at the core, a network that is faster, more social, more personalized, and brings entertainment to life like never before. With more than 40 million units sold worldwide, we are honored at the success the platform has achieved. However, we know there are still a large number of gamers waiting to join the PlayStation 4 family. That is why we will introduce a PS4 system that is slimmer, lighter, and more energy efficient. The new model, which is the standard PS4 moving forward, will appeal to a wider audience who are looking to buy the best interactive entertainment system for their home. Despite the sleek design, the new model packs all the same powerful components that have made PS4 the best place to play. With the new PS4 model, you can immediately enjoy exclusive entertainment experiences such as Uncharted 4 and PlayStation Vue, our cloud-based TV service. And the holiday season is just around the corner, with PlayStation VR launching next month, as well as an amazing lineup of PS4 games, including The Last Guardian, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and Watch Dogs 2. The new PS4 model will be in most markets by September 15th for $299, representing a tremendous value for gamers. For those who have yet to join the PS4 community, there's never been a better time. PS4 games continue to deliver new experiences that redefine interactive entertainment, and developers are just hitting their stride, pushing the graphics, narrative, and gameplay farther on PS4 than ever before. PlayStation 4 has indeed been the grand canvas that we hoped it could be, supporting a tremendous variety of titles from AAA to smaller digital games, all tied together with the PlayStation Network and our unique approach to social play. We have returned to the combination of creative breadth and commercial success that made the early years of PlayStation so distinctive. It was always our intention to design the PlayStation 4 as a platform to stimulate and fuel future evolution. This vision of the future and the architecture that would enable it was designed into the product from the very beginning. However, we realize that for the very highly discriminating gamer, there is always a desire for advancement, and they want it in this generation. As technology continues to evolve, bringing with it new ways to realize the aspirations of the gaming community, we're adjusting and accelerating our innovation cadence. One such technology we've focused on is display. Display technology offers so much potential if there is content to leverage what's now possible regarding visual acuity, precision, and high-resolution imagery. With PlayStation 4, we're pretty much maxing out what 1080 TVs can do with most games. Gamers and developers alike are always hunting for ways to heighten their gameplay experiences, which is why we're excited about 4K and high dynamic range, or HDR. 4K can deliver a level of detail and visual precision that's unprecedented. HDR contributes to enhancements in visual clarity, color, and luminance. It makes scenes far more realistic and truer to the way your eyes see and experience the real world. In the world of TVs, these two buzzwords have been circulating for a while now, but it's only now that we can start implementing these advancements in the context of gaming. Games are a natural for 4K and HDR. Developers want to deliver on the promise of their creative vision, and both these technologies enable them to make their games look better without the compromises. To provide users with even better gaming experiences, in conjunction with these technologies, we give you PlayStation 4 Pro. PlayStation 4 Pro will sit alongside and complement the standard PS4. We named it PS4 Pro to symbolize that it is part of this generation and targeted to the hardcore gamer or those who have invested in advanced display technology. At launch, PS4 Pro will become the #1 provider of high-resolution and HDR content. We will instantly have hundreds of hours of high-quality gaming experiences available in these exciting formats where you can truly see the difference. Now, to tell you more about the innovative technology behind the console, let me introduce PlayStation 4 lead system architect, Mark Cerny.
Я тут так подумал, пацаны, если не упадет цена с PlayStation 4 обычного, то я куплю PlayStation Slim. Она мне реально понравилась, и недорогая.
When designing PlayStation 4, we had a vision of what gaming could become and created the
Архитектор.
necessary hardware to support it. We wanted a breadth of titles from AAA to indie, and so we made sure that PS4 was easy for developers to use. We believed in creating a frictionless experience for the gamer, and so we made sure to equip PS4 with a hard drive to shorten load times, as well as the required support for suspending and quickly resuming games and playing as you download. With that hardware as a foundation, we were able to realize our vision. And as a result, a vibrant gaming community has grown around the console. PS4 Pro is not intended to blur the lines between console generations. Instead, the vision is to take the PS4 experience to extraordinary new levels. First and foremost, our goal is to deliver high-fidelity graphical experiences. With that in mind, we more than doubled the power of the GPU and adopted many new features from the AMD Polaris architecture, as well as several even beyond. A number of hardware innovations support efficient rendering for 4K displays, allowing titles on PS4 Pro to reach resolutions not thought to be possible on console in 2016. For those gamers and developers who put a premium on achieving the smoothest frame rate possible, we're boosting the clock rate of the CPU. We understand that continuity of experience is important to the PlayStation community. Existing games will play as you're accustomed to on PS4 Pro, and we're providing a number of mechanisms for easily transferring your game library and entitlements from the standard model to the new console. We're also equipping PS4 Pro with a 1 terabyte hard drive to ensure that you'll have plenty of space for new experiences. The result of all these improvements is a console that provides unparalleled experiences for the 4K TV owner, and truly excellent enhancements for those using HD TVs as well. We'll give you a detailed look at those aspects of PS4 Pro today, as well as show how transformative high dynamic range is for gaming content and what the new console offers for VR. 4K TV sets deliver an unprecedented level of detail. Today, we have as an industry been supporting 720p and 1080p HD TVs with 1 or 2 million pixels. 4K TVs provide a staggering 8 million pixels of display resolution. The achievable visual depth and detail are extraordinary. Brute force rendering techniques can of course be used to support these displays, but they have unfortunate consequences for console cost and form factor. So with PS4 Pro, our strategy has instead been to foster streamlined rendering techniques that can take advantage of custom hardware. When coupled with best-of-breed temporal and spatial anti-aliasing algorithms, the results can be astonishing. The titles I'm about to show you are impressively close to realizing the complete potential of 4K displays. These scenes were recorded in real time from PS Pro hardware and are playing back in the theater on a 4K projector. For those of you watching this from home, after the show, we'll be making the footage available in 4K on video on demand so that you'll be able to better appreciate the quality of the imagery we are showing today. These first images are from Marvel's Spider-Man game, developed by Insomniac and announced at E3 this year. The detail of the city is incredible. Minute features such as the pedestrians in the distance would just be blurs on an HD TV set, but here they are crisp characters. As for Spider-Man himself, the texture of the suit is breathtakingly clear in a way that it could never have been before. Here is For Honor from Ubisoft running on the new console. We look for in games, the intensity and authenticity of experience has never been more apparent. What you may find surprising is that the models and textures being used here, whether they be for the environment or for these two historic warriors, are in fact the exact same ones that were created for the standard PS4. The difference is in the high rendering resolution that PS4 Pro can support. It is simply transformative. Long vistas and high-resolution geometry, as seen here in Deus Ex Mankind Divided from Eidos, also highlight the power of the console and capabilities of 4K displays. The extreme level of detail visible in the game environments and characters, such as augmented hero Adam Jensen, brings a greater intensity and welcome new reality to the experience. That sense of reality can also heighten the level of emotional immersion, here bringing us closer to Lara Croft's unique combination of toughness and vulnerability. With Rise of the Tomb Raider, Crystal Dynamics has taken great care to apply the power of the hardware to all aspects of the game, whether it be Lara's hair, face, clothes, or weapons, or the shaders, geometry, and special effects that give the environment solidity and realism. This is truly a showcase of how PS4 Pro can transform gaming. Next up are some scenes from Watch Dogs 2. I'll just let them speak for themselves.
Watch Dogs не верим, пацаны, это трейлер, это не геймплей. Помните, что в прошлом году или в позапрошлом было? Вот. Единственное, что хочу сказать, то что если оно так и будет, то скорее всего я возьму PlayStation Slim. Небольшое примечание, да. Видео по главным играм E3 выйдет позже, чем PlayStation Meeting. Видео по E3 выйдет чуть-чуть позже, потому что у меня возникли небольшие сложности с монтажом этого видео. Поэтому оно выйдет попозже, чем это видео, но оно выйдет довольно скоро. Я вам расскажу, какие игры мне понравились, также будет монтаж небольшой.
Finally, I'd like to show you some environments from Killing Floor 2. We know that diversity of gaming experiences is key to the appeal of PlayStation. Consequently, we've kept the simple programming model of PS4 intact, allowing smaller teams such as Tripwire to bring their titles to PS4 Pro and the new world of high-resolution displays. High dynamic range, or HDR for short, is without a doubt the most exciting advance in TV technology in the last decade. The world in which we live has an enormous range of luminosity, from dark nights to brilliant skies. Human vision has evolved to make the most of it, as well as to perceive a very broad range of colors. Unfortunately, the display devices that almost all of us use today, I'll just call them conventional TVs, fail pretty dramatically at representing this range of luminosity, and also can display only a fraction of the colors that the eye can see. HDR TVs do much, much better. Now for me, the really exciting part of this is that although games need to use different algorithms when rendering for HDR displays, typically involving deeper MRTs and tweaked tone mapping, supporting HDR does not require radical increases in processing power like 4K does. It's mostly a matter of connecting an HDR-capable device, such as PS4 Pro, to an HDR-capable display. To give you a feeling for the HDR difference, here's a picture of a San Francisco sunset. This is actually being shown to you using HDR TVs, but we are restricting the image quality to roughly what a conventional display can represent. Looks pretty, doesn't it? But here it is instead, using the full power of HDR. The difference is amazing. HDR is very new technology. Standards are still in flux, and the game creators are definitely still figuring out how to best take advantage of the displays. We will not expect all developers to initially support HDR on PS4 Pro, but for those that do, well, let me just give you a glimpse or two.
Days Gone
Here is
показывает.
Days Gone from Sony's Bend studio, once again restricted to what a conventional TV can display. So this is utilizing all the detail of 4K, but the luminosity and color are quite similar to what was shown at E3. I'm going to turn on HDR now and show you what changes. Whatever it is that your eye expects to see to convince you that something is real, HDR is supplying that. The colors in the clothes, the brightness of the sun, these all represent a level of photorealism that you've never experienced.
То есть это HDR будет показывать как бы
Daytime scenes are great for
вот эти
shooting.
блики солнца, которые мы видим, когда смотрим на солнце, походу. Зомбаки идут, то есть темнота ночи и яркое
Here, the
солнце.
Freaker Horde has come out to feed. Luckily, crafting is a big part of Days Gone, and Deacon has managed to assemble a few Molotov cocktails.
Коктейль Молотова для зомбаков. Бух. Вот это красота, блин. Красиво запустил. Красиво это все разлетается, зеленый, это прикольно.
Those who played Naughty Dog's Uncharted 4 may remember this interactive chase scene. You're now seeing it at much higher resolution and in HDR, which makes it even more of a spectacle. Part of why image quality improves so much with HDR is that it's possible to have key areas of the screen, such as these explosions.
У меня даже не
Dozens
тянет
of
под
times
руком.
brighter than what a
Ну как
conventional
где за параметры. Ставьте средние. Не тянет комп даже такой
This is
хорошей
Fetch,
графики.
the hero in infamous light from Sucker Punch. Fetch is a superhero who can harness the power of neon lights. If you think that sounds like something that would show off HDR well, you'd be right.
Ой, ёпта, это все красиво выглядит. Я, конечно, саму игру не играл, но сейчас это выглядит красиво.
We believe that the potential of HDR is incredible. But you don't need a 4K TV or an HDR TV to experience the benefits of PS4 Pro. The game knows what sort of display the console is hooked up to, and consequently developers are free to tailor the experience to best fit the type of TV being used. So if you connect PS4 Pro to an HD TV, here's some of what you'll see. First up is a comparison of standard model and PS4 Pro graphics on Paragon. Epic Games has chosen to increase the quality of the graphics in a great number of ways. Enhanced visual effects, procedural ground cover, higher scene complexity, greater texture fidelity,
Ну,
dynamic
какая графика.
options, and more.
Какой графенский был только что, какой графенский.
With a number of different modes.
Нет,
Here you can see how super sampling anti-aliasing is used to bring the detail of the high resolution imagery over to a 1080p display. This is For Honor from Ubisoft again, this time playing on an HD TV. You can see how the extra power of the new console is used to boost the visual density of the scenes, and also to bring much of the impressive richness of the 4K graphics over.
Вот в эту вот игру я хочу поиграть, For Honor, я хочу поиграть, потому что мне реально интересно вот эти все
So you may have noticed that several of these titles,
игры, где с
Paragon,
мечами.
First Light, and Shadow of Mordor, are titles that have already been released. That's another aspect of the PS4 Pro experience. A number of games that you already own may have been patched to play better on the console. We're referring to this upgrading of your library as forward compatibility. Patches for over a half dozen first-party titles are in the works, as well as quite a few from our third-party partners. Finally, I'd like to show you how PS4 Pro works with the PSVR headset. We are very
О, сейчас будут очки показывать. Очки VR.
standard model. With PS4 Pro, the developers can choose to increase the crispness of the VR scenes, make special effects richer, or to offer higher frame rates, making your VR experiences even more immersive. For Farpoint, Impulse Gear chose to focus on the detail and reality of the scenes. They have roughly doubled the rendered pixel count from that of the standard model, allowing them to breathe further light into their virtual universe. With PS4 Pro, we aim to provide developers
Боже мой,
tools
этот,
and technologies that will further their creative vision. One developer that's truly embraced the potential of the new
инженер
console is Guerrilla.
PlayStation так улыбается,
Let's
такой
take
добрый.
some never-before-seen
Так
gameplay
прикольно
from the
выглядит.
highly anticipated Horizon Zero Dawn, which
На-
showcases
Она,
achievement
короче,
4K and high dynamic
точно так же улыбается, как у нас есть учитель один.
Thank you.
Точно так же улыбается, он точно так же такой добрый. Horizon Zero Dawn. Красота. Пипец. Добряк такой. Такой вселенский добряк. Не, ну очень красиво выглядит все это. Я бы сыграл. Графенский классный. Все, ПК умер. Единственное, чем мог похвастаться ПК, ну, до этого момента, это была графика, все. ПК умер, как игровая платформа. Все, графика теперь и на PlayStation. Нету на ПК такой теперь графики, все. 4К гейминг на PlayStation, на ПК еще он еще не развился даже. Все, единственное, чем мог похвастаться, чем мог гордиться ПК, это хорошей графикой. Все, до свидания. Гордость утеряна, все, ПК уже отошел на второй план. Тут люди в чате пишут RIP Xbox, RIP Xbox. RIP ПК. Xbox RIP. ПК RIP. Тем более показывают эксклюзив Horizon Zero Dawn. Я, наверное, сделаю чуть-чуть потише, чтобы вам было более хорошо слышно меня. Хоть я ничего дельного не говорю, но всякое... Ну, блин, красота, красота. Не, в эту игру я очень хочу поиграть. Она мне с самого начала, еще с прошлого E3 понравилась. Концепция такая, что не постапокалипсис, а все уже умерли, все, уже до свидания. И заново начался прогресс. Вот это прикольно. Да ё-моё. Вы издеваетесь? То есть она его перепрограммировала, такую большую махину. Пипец. А не, она его убила. А нет. Он живой ходит. Он пошел. Значит, он не он просто перепрограммирован. Такая огромная махина. Фига себе. Ну, God of War покажите, пожалуйста. Horizon, я понял. Zero Dawn, понял. Присоединяюсь. Я присоединяюсь. Опять выходит.
Thanks very much, Mark, and thank you, Guerrilla Games. PS4 Pro will bring about a transformation in the way that gamers experience their favorite titles. At the same time, we're working hard to ensure that PS4 remains a single, unified community. The same discs and downloads will run on both the standard model and PS4 Pro. But they will play in multiple ways. In addition to support for the standard model, we're asking our publishing and development partners to consider how they can best support PS4 Pro on 4K TVs and also on HD TVs with each and every title. One great example of this transformation will be with the launch of Call of Duty. To share with you how Call of Duty is driving the new level of gaming experience on PS4 Pro, please welcome Activision CTO Andy Hendrickson.
Не надо! Не надо! Хендриксон, не иди сюда. Не надо Call of Duty. Покажите лучше Battlefield 1 или God of War. Дороже. Он вообще что-то говорит, я не слышу ничего. Что ты такой тихий, мужик? Мэн, микрофон. Да
On behalf
ладно.
of Activision and our talented studio teams, it's exciting to be here today to talk about our future with PlayStation 4 Pro. There's nothing else like Call of Duty. The immersion, that visceral feeling that you are starring in your own epic action experience. Our studio
Вы
team
начинаете свою
every
историю.
ounce
Вы это каждый
possible
год говорите.
with greatest possible detail to surround players and immerse them in a stunning and lifelike world. Our developers couldn't be more excited about what PS4 Pro has to offer. With its greater memory bandwidth and enhanced GPU, we can now deliver richer textures and 4K graphics on top of our trademark 60 frame a second gameplay. I'm proud to share that this fall, Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered will support PS4 Pro out of the box day one. And for you Black Ops 3 fans, don't worry. Black Ops 3 will also support PS4 Pro on day one with an online title update. We're talking one unified Call of Duty community wherever they play, playing together on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 Pro. So let's take a look. This clip is from a mission called Operation Dark Quarry. During this mission, you and your crew answer a distress call from a mining facility on an asteroid that's been knocked out of orbit. It's a harsh environment. Because of its proximity to the sun, getting caught outside could be deadly. This is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare on PlayStation 4 Pro.
We're going down there. Search and rescue.
Stick together. Keep out of the sun.
900 degrees in the sun?
И опять делай потише.
Find
Блин.
these civilians dead or alive.
Ой. Call of Duty, ну каждый год мы это видим. Ну, будущее, будущее. Вы настоящее бы хотя бы показали.
Looks like a quake hit or something.
Take more than that to knock this place out of orbit.
Everyone spread out. Let's see what we can find.
Coming for you. Worker drones. Oh, why are they moving like that? There's one on the walls. Got a dead civilian here. Looks like his neck is broken.
А, робот напал. А, фу, блин. Ой.
Drones must be tied to the power.
Роботы. Где-то я это уже видел. Но прям не знаю где. Binary Domain.
I got a
Нет, хлопать не буду, идите. Нафиг.
Hi everyone, I'm Aaron Flynn. Across EA right now, developers are combining the power of Frostbite with the power of PS4 Pro to bring even more amazing visuals and gameplay.
Frostbite.
This year, both
Battlefield.
FIFA 17 and
Только
Battlefield
не
3
надо
support new
петь.
content.
Я
And
ж
early
не
next
смогу
year,
поставить.
we'll be bringing Mass Effect Andromeda to PS4 Pro. Yeah, thanks. Mass Effect Andromeda is going to take you to a whole new galaxy, and playing that experience on PS4 Pro is going to be incredible. You'll be totally immersed in Andromeda, discovering all new alien worlds brought to life with sharper graphics and high dynamic range lighting. We're also able to create more lifelike characters, which will continue to allow you to experience the best stories you can play. Let's take a peek at how Mass Effect Andromeda looks and plays on PlayStation 4 Pro. Here we find Ryder and his companions deep in an unexplored level of the game. Please enjoy.
Mass Effect. Ёпрст.
Чё так?
Another remnant right in our way.
Watch your step, okay?
Красота. Какая ляпота.
No sunlight, no water.
Красота-то какая. Лепота.
As you can see with the games shown today, PS4 Pro allows developers to push the fidelity as high as possible while retaining the best performance. For those who use their PS4 to watch movies, TV, or videos, PS4 Pro also has best-in-class 4K streaming services. We've had a long-standing relationship with Netflix, and that will not stop with PS4 Pro. I'm happy to announce that a new Netflix app will be available for PS4 Pro at launch, and by the end of the year, 600 hours of 4K content will be available on Netflix, including Narcos Season 2, which recently premiered, and Luke Cage, premiering September 30th. Both of these titles will support 4K and HDR. In addition, YouTube, which is already among the largest sources of 4K content anywhere, is developing an app for PS4 Pro that will support 4K content. We believe the potential of HDR is incredible and that it will transform gaming and entertainment in a manner that we haven't seen since the transition from standard to high-definition video. Which is why every PlayStation 4, back to the very first console sold in 2013, will be HDR capable via a firmware upgrade next week. Thank you. Higher dynamic range means more realism, more visual beauty, and the broadest spectrum of colors ever realized on a console. With the proper display, all 40 million PS4 users can join the HDR revolution. At PlayStation, we're clear in our mission to make the gamer the center of our universe. We're steadfast in our commitment to be the best place to play. And we believe this current PS4 game development cycle is just hitting its stride. Some of the best games are still yet to come. So please take a look.
Так. Нифига. Не, авторское право. Не, пацаны, не. Красота, я, конечно, да, скажу красота, но, блин, авторское право я уважаю. Вау. Вау. О, петухи. Подписчики Фостерса. Графен. 5 графен. больше Кэфена. Больше Mass Effect PlayStation.
Our vision is to present a clear choice to the gamer. We want to deliver the best games to our current gamers. We want to invite new members to join our community. We want to offer an option for those that want to heighten their gaming experience. So tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the new PlayStation 4 lineup.
Вау.
PS4 Pro, November the 10th, 2016, priced at $399.
Ну, это понятно.
For both PS4 Pro and the new slimmer PS4, the value propositions are clear and the choice ultimately remains with gamers. We invite you to experience PS4 Pro for yourselves next door after the show. Thank you everyone for your time and for joining us today.
Все. И это все. И это так мало. Нет, ребята, не надо. Это ж неправда, скажи, что это неправда. Да, походу это все, пацаны. Какие у меня ощущения после этой презентации? PlayStation крут. PlayStation стал еще круче. ПК. До свидания, ПК. Графикой теперь он хвастаться не сможет. Все. Скорее всего, если цена не упадет на обычную PlayStation, то я себе возьму PlayStation Slim. Уж очень нам мне понравилось дизайном самим. Да. Прекрасно. Все, люди уже расходятся, да, точно ничего больше не будет. Я бы, блин, там бы побывал. Ох, было классно. Но не судьба. Красота. В целом очень. Классная музыка. Такая музыка мне нравится. Такая набирающая. Подписчики Фостерса опять. Ай. Молодцы, молодцы.
So Herman, I think
PlayStation blog. We just saw a lot of big news coming out of PlayStation tonight in the PlayStation Theater in Times Square, New York. Lots to go over, and I want to bring in my buddy, Mr. Sean Layden. Sean, come over here. I know you were sitting out in the audience.
Sean Layden?
You took it all in here. So Sean, you're
Безусловно.
Studios.
Yes, and proud to be so. I think what we
Yeah.
saw today was some great first-party content. I mean, Days Gone, I think it looked phenomenal.
Outstanding.
And Horizon coming out just in February next year. Looks like it's ready to go, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there's still some more work to do on it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of news tonight. I mean, just there was, we obviously had the slimmer PS4. We got a first look at that. And then we get this PS4 Pro. And I mean, this is designed not only for 4K displays, but also HD TVs. I mean, there's benefits kind of no matter which way you slice it.
Absolutely. I think the most exciting, pull quote from today's presentation for PS4 Pro anyway is November 10th, 2016.
Yeah.
That's in 2 months.
Yes, that's right around the corner.
Right around the corner, right in time for Christmas. I think we've managed to get the community together to support this exciting new standard. building it out for 4K resolution, building to support HDR. You saw the stuff on the screen today, and
it was spectacular.
Yeah.
And I think if I have any regret, it's that folks can't be here to see it in person because it really pops. It really pops. Now, speaking of popping, I did want to touch base on this HDR news that we got.
Right.
We got the news that every single PS4 going all the way back.
That's right.
To 2013 is going to actually end up supporting HDR.
We will have a firmware update, which will take every one of the 40+ million PS4s across the world, make them HDR ready, make them compatible. Of course, Slim will do that. The new form factor for PS4 and PS4 Pro. So right across the board, anything that has PS4 on it will support HDR.
Now, one of the things, you're chairman of Worldwide Studio, so I think this is near and dear to your heart. When we were talking at E3, you were talking about how important kind of narrative is
Yes.
to developers and,
Yes.
and the developers of Worldwide Studios.
Yeah.
And I mean, when we talk about this sort of higher fidelity, the greater intensity, the
Right.
sort of heightened experience that you get out of like a PS4 Pro, the HDR, the high resolution. I mean, I can only think that contributes to to all of that.
Oh, sure. I mean, you talk about getting emotion into your story and into your mise en scene and showing people exactly what the feeling of your characters are. I think HDR brings that capability right across the board to everything you do. You saw it with Days Gone. You saw the reflection of the light against Deacon's face and how he's looking at that horde coming up against him. HDR is just one more. It's like taking your color palette from 64 crayons to 64 million.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's huge.
We think it's going to be huge for the creators and for the medium. We couldn't be more excited.
That's right. Now, we got a lot more for you actually here tonight. We're going to be talking to a lot of the folks that you saw out there on stage. We're going to learn more about the games that we saw. We're going to be learning more about Mass Effect Andromeda. That's one I know a lot of people.
That was a surprise.
That was a big
Exciting,
surprise. A lot of people on Twitter have been talking about one. I've been wondering about that one. We got a first glimpse at it. We're going to learn more. We're going to learn more. We're going to learn more about Days Gone. And this one's looking gorgeous. This one, these guys have really been working away, getting that HDR in line, getting high resolution. We're gonna be talking to a lot of guys. A lot of the folks that you saw up on stage tonight, we're going to have them here.
Oh, that's going to be exciting.
And we're also going to hear, I think this will please you, we've got a couple panels lined up too. So we're going to have a cross-section of some of the most talented graphical designers in Worldwide Studios.
Let them tell this story.
Yes.
They know exactly what
Yes.
they're talking about.
I mean, there is definitely a technology side to
That's
this, but
great.
But at the same time, I think the games just look fantastic. You know what I mean? They look great.
Yes, they do.
It's pretty stunning.
Yeah.
Now, Sean, I know you got a busy night ahead of you.
Lots to do.
Lots to do. Lots to see. I hope you have a chance to get some hands-on time here. It's not going to be easy though. You can kind of look out here that we have members of the press, media. They're checking this stuff out for the first time.
It's one of our shortest stage events ever.
Yeah.
I think we clocked in at 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But because of this, you've got to get your hands on. You've got to see it
Yeah, you
to
gotta
really
see it.
appreciate the entire impact of that.
It's huge. It's huge. So, Sean, appreciate you joining us. I know you got a lot to see and do.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Sid.
All right. So,
All right.
have a great one.
We'll catch up with you later.
All right. Absolutely.
All right, cheers then.
And so, like I said, we have a lot more in store. We're going to be coming up shortly with Horizon Zero Dawn. We're going to be talking to Guerrilla Games' Herman Holst. Guerrilla, obviously known for technical prowess. We've seen it through the Killzone series. We're going to see what these guys are up to with PS4 Pro. So let's check in with Horizon Zero Dawn and much more to come.
Hey everyone, thank you so much. And Herman, hello from Guerrilla Games. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
It's so nice to have you here. We of course are I was just like kind of distractedly looking at Horizon Zero Dawn.
As am I.
So we were just talking about Horizon Zero Dawn as being shown on PlayStation 4 Pro.
Can do with that, but for this project specifically, it's about
Я
a
думаю,
very large
мы
open
послушаем
world, so having these
вот
massive
Horizon
distances and
и
for us
до
to be able to have
свидания,
this detail,
скажу вам.
look at that foliage in the back, to be able to project that, it's fantastic to give that to the consumer. But also, this world is all about beauty, majestic beauty, and just look at the light in the sky, and if she turns around, you look at the shadows, and you see all the detail. It just takes the experience to me to the next level. So I'm really, really psyched up about it.
Absolutely. From a more technical standpoint, are there particular aspects of the hardware that you guys really feel like has been beneficial to you, building something that has such large scope?
I mean, I think it's the overall power of the PlayStation 4 Pro. Still getting used to the name, of course. It's everything. It's both the 4K capability as well as the HDR that together, I think, makes up this fantastic image.
Absolutely. Now tell me a little bit more about the game. I mean, obviously we're seeing some new footage here in New York City, debuted today, so that's probably of particular importance to you guys. Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing. For example, the tall neck. Did I get it right?
The tall neck, yeah. So The Tolek, so first of all, she's in a new ecotope here. This is the jungle. So we've seen kind of these snowy landscapes before. We've seen some desert before. She's in a more jungle type environment. So she's taken out a scout here. She's on her way to go up to that Tolnek, and she wants to hack that thing.
Okay.
Right? And that's going to get, well, let's not get into what kind of perks it's going to give you.
Okay.
But it's an important thing because it's going to unlock a whole lot of abilities for you, open up parts of the world to you.
Yeah, you don't want to give too much away.
Well, maybe not
for our
quite.
hero
This is
Aloy
about
here.
2.5 minutes worth.
Who we were just discussing is like the coolest person ever, so I'm very excited to play Horizon.
I think you said you were in love with her, didn't you?
That might have been you. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I think it might have been you.
I'll admit.
And then tell me a little bit more about in terms of building a world like this. I mean, this must be incredible for the folks at Guerrilla Games because this is you guys as a team stepping into new territory and kind of quite literally because it's so, you know, it's this incredible new world. It's on new hardware. I mean, tell me about what that's like.
I mean, it is a wonderful opportunity. It's by a mile and a half the most ambitious project we've ever done, ever taken on.
Just compared to all your other projects.
Absolutely, even compared to doing a launch title for PlayStation 4, it is a very large world. We wanted to go after a different kind of beauty. So the great beauty of Killzone, but now this kind of lush, wonderful, natural world. And again, you know, the new brightness and the new crispness of the image here. I'm just looking at it myself with the screen. I haven't seen a television screen this nice before.
We're going to play it for our audience after we're done talking, so they'll be able to see it. Sure.
And so there's a lot about this project. The fact that it's a new franchise, the fact that we are creating this lead character, Aloy, that is... I think she's able to execute what we're good at Guerrilla, which is tactical combat, right? We kind of honed our skills with Killzone. Now we're letting her go all out and doing that. And that's what this game is about, tactical combat.
So what are some of the lessons that you as a studio learned from Killzone that, and specifically in combat, kind of apply to Aloy? Because that is still a huge leap going from like first person, a little more I don't want to say traditional science fiction, not to say that Killzone isn't unique, but now going to sort of almost a post-apocalyptic science fiction here with Horizon.
Well, the thing is, Killzone obviously was a science fiction game. Horizon is as well, right? It is nothing about that is fantasy. Everything is based on science and what we're doing. Clearly, the machines. I mean, we practiced a little bit with mechs, and we're taking that forward. The machines are a very essential part of this game. But then we started experimenting in the past, the Killzone franchise, with some more open levels. We're taking it to a seamless, wide open world. There's a lot of things that we're kind of pushing in many different directions. You see the flying Glinthawks over there, just to add that little character to the world.
The level of distance you get in the image is just incredible, by the way, on the running on the pro hardware. But yeah, so tell me a little bit more about the combat then, because, you know, Guerrilla Games prides itself on combat, kind of that deep tactical element.
Absolutely.
There's an element of kind of using your instinct and your senses to, you know, survey the landscape. That seems like it's very applicable here in Horizon.
So you look at Aloy compared to these machines. I mean, she's clearly, she has the size difference is massive. She will be typically outgunned, so she will have to be very clever. So preparing for combat is very important. She's got her traps, she's got her tripwires, and then once she engages, it is, I mean, she's very fast, she's very agile, so we're building this whole game. You see the climbing mechanisms, the way she dodges, everything is very fluid, and the combat is supposed to be very fluid. We make that a consistent goal for this project. So it is also important in the combat that she can actually evacuate and re-stealth. She should be able, when there are too many machines of different kinds in her vicinity after her, then she should be able to retract and reconsider. She's going to re-engage or maybe get out. So it's kind of like preparing, engaging, and then evacuating after if necessary.
And I guess I don't even think about that a lot, is that there is a stealth component to Horizon. I mean, is that important for you guys as a studio to kind of have to balance out those moments of intensity with moments of quiet and planning?
Absolutely. I mean, different players have been playing this game in a very different way. So some people really like to hide out in the tall grass and take
just
kind
chill.
Of pick well, not
like
really
maybe have
chill
a
and
drink.
look around. You can do that too, right? But also maybe pick out the machines one by one instead of kind of engaging a whole or have say a watcher alarm the rest of them. So you get in trouble and a lot of chaos. Some people just like that slower paced combat, and that's fine too. I mean, there's a ton of different ways to play this game, to engage, but also to build up your Aloy.
And then how about in terms of the enemy design? Because that obviously plays a huge role in the combat as well. You're dealing with such... They're both familiar and unfamiliar at the same time. Like to me, they kind of course, they're reminiscent of like prehistoric creatures, but they have such an alien element too. I mean, how do you guys deal with designing something like that?
So most of them are based on real life animals.
Yeah.
And there's a purpose to that, because obviously when you see an animal, you expect a certain behavior. And you saw kind of a deer-like or herd-like machines out there, so you expect them to flee when you're after them. But if there's a more aggressive looking animal-like machine that you recognize from the wildlife, then you will be more careful. So there's a purpose to that.
Okay, excellent. Well, I know we're running a little short on time,
all right.
So I just want to ask you, maybe what is like your final takeaway from this event here in terms of the PS4 Pro, I can't even say it still.
Yeah, PS4 Pro. That's
PS4
right. PS4
Pro hardware. What is kind of a highlight for you, and what do you feel like is the most exciting thing looking forward for this technology?
What I love about it is that there will be kind of the ultimate offering for people that want to go the extra mile and get a great experience, and they get an even better resolution at get the smoothest possible frame rate. But at the same time, I want to ensure and say if you have a base model PlayStation 4 and you've seen our game playable at E3 and people said it looked amazing, I can tell you it's going to look even better when it comes out. So whether you get the baseline model, you get a Horizon for baseline, or you get it for PlayStation 4 Pro, you can have an amazing experience.
I mean, that's something that we should reiterate before I finally let you go and you can actually mingle with everyone tonight, is that Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be fully playable, beautiful, amazing on the standard PS4 model. But you guys can get a little extra mileage out of that PS4 Pro hardware as well.
I might get one myself.
Really?
Yeah,
you
I might.
I feel like we would just mail it to you or something. Maybe. We'll talk after this, and then maybe I can set you up with something.
Wonderful.
Does that sound okay?
Thank you.
Herman, thank you so much. It was a pleasure seeing you. And now finally, for those at home who have looked at us, I mean, handsome guys, especially this guy here, but maybe we want to look at this instead. Let's give you guys another look at this footage running on PlayStation 4 Pro, Horizon Zero Dawn. Stay with us.
Не, ну красивая игрушка, красиво.
Gotta move.
Ну, в принципе, это уже пошло по второму кругу, я сейчас смотрю, если не будет дальше чего интересного, то мы с вами закончим. Деньган. Ну, мне кажется, они сейчас будут опрашивать просто этих людей. Поэтому всем спасибо за сегодняшний просмотр. Всем удачи, всем пока. До новых встреч, ребят.